Salutations everyone, and welcome to What Mattered, the show where nothing is made up and the points don't matter. That's right, the points are a lot like Star Wars fans' reactions to a Star Wars trailer. It just doesn't matter. So, with Star Wars The Force Awakens finally coming out on Blu-ray this week, the studios thought, you know what, we've had enough time for people to digest that film. Here's the trailer for Rogue One. We kind of thought that, we might be seeing something fairly soon because it does come out in December. But bam, we got a full-length teaser trailer. And there was a lot to digest in this. Of course, everyone's breaking that down frame by frame, saying what they think this and this and this means. But, hey, we already knew that Felicity Jones was going to be the protagonist, so I don't know why people are up in arms. Oh my god, a female protagonist. It's like, we knew this, like, months and months and months ago when we saw the first set and the cast anyway. Also, why are you complaining about a female lead? I mean, hello? Did you see the last movie? It was awesome. And third of all, there's just no pleasing Star Wars fans. We have a better chance of America actually electing a good person for president than we do having the ability to please Star Wars fans. It's not scientifically possible with the technology available at this time. But I liked the trailer. We got to see Mon Mothma, the same actress that was in the Revenge of the Sith deleted scenes. Looks very much like her. We got to see Felicity Jones. We got to see a lot of Forrest Whitaker, his voiceover, and a little bit of what kind of action we can see in this movie. And there seems to be a lot from what we have seen in the trailer. A lot of people were, throwing out all kinds of theories and all kinds of good stuff, which is, perfectly fine and suitable. A lot of people wondering if Darth Vader is going to be making an appearance in this film, since this takes place, a couple of months or maybe even just a few weeks before A New Hope starts. And we do see a scene with a Bacta container and 2 Imperial guards and a black hooded figure kneeling down. Now this seems to me that Emperor Palpatine is in the Bacta container to, be evil, and that's why the guards are there, and that's why someone is kneeling down. But we don't know if that's Vader. Vader doesn't wear a cloak, the silhouette doesn't really fit. But, I guess it could be, sure. We have no idea if we're going to see Vader, or most likely we won't be seeing any Force users or lightsabers in this Star Wars film, which would be a first, but this is a heist movie with people who do not have powers to combat against this huge, grand, evil empire. It is a losing situation. We don't know how many, if any, of these people are going to make it out alive, and what they have to do to get those plans to the Death Star. So yeah, very much looking forward to it, very much anticipated, and the trailer keeps me hopeful. So Uncharted 4, A Thief's End is just a month away finally after all these delays. And there has been talks about the ending, and that it's quite divisive. In an interview with Neil Druckmann, he said that people are going to have arguments based off of their focus group testing about the ending. And there was speculation about, is Drake gonna die? Is somebody gonna die? I can tell you guys, someone is going to die. Neil Druckmann told me in person himself that someone's going to die at maybe not the end of this game, but someone's going to die in this game, and most likely at the end. We don't know if it's Drake. Is it Sully? Is it somebody else? Someone that they introduce? It better not be Elena, But yeah, you kind of expect this from, the 4th and final installment in a very much beloved series with an intriguing story and lovable characters. We just don't know exactly what's going to happen. Are people arguing over if someone died or not, or why someone died, or if they should have died, or, they're disappointed about who or how it happened. But we can expect a fantastic game in scope, in single player, in multiplayer. It's just going to be, so good. Only a month away now, so I'm very much excited, and I got my tissues ready. Speaking of Neil Druckmann, he also gave us some information about the next Last of Us game. They said that they had thrown around some ideas and some prototypes, even changing genres within the Last of Us universe, but then they came on to the Uncharted 4 project, so as soon as their done with that and the DLC for Uncharted 4, that's when they will switch gears back to looking at The Last of Us, possibly changing genres. A Telltale like point and click game definitely could work with this. If those of you who haven't played Last of Us and you have a PS3 or a PS4, you better get on that shit, because that is some solid gameplay through and through with a story that will drive you from beginning to end, and a lot of people wondering what happens after that game, and they just want more of that amazing, gripping storyline, and even its multiplayer, which was very, very nice as well. Now, I myself would definitely buy any new Last of Us game, whether it be a sequel or a spiritual successor or just point and click adventure, because that was one hell of a game, and we know that the people over at Naughty Dog only print gold. From what we've seen from the past generation of games that they've made for us, they know how to do a game, and if we can get another Last of Us game, which it seems like they definitely want to do, then I'm all aboard. Kingdom Hearts fans can rejoice. Not that we got information about 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue release date or anything about Kingdom Hearts 3, but something physical that we can touch and play with. The mobile game has been released on iOS and Android, Kingdom Hearts Unchained X, taking place prior to the Keyblade Wars with a user-created Keyblade wielder, and this definitely has tie-ins to the back cover Kingdom Hearts X Final Chapter Prologue cinematic cutscenes that will be in 2.8. And so we have that kind of tie-in, and we have, Disney characters and user-created key wielders. So that's pretty nice, something new, but hopefully with D23 being in July this year, we will get some information about 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue release date and anything pertaining to Kingdom Hearts 3 then rather than later in the year. WB changed up their release schedule, many people speculating because of the success or lack thereof of Batman vs. Superman. I think it's a little too early to count our money there since it's done pretty well. But we know that Wonder Woman was pushed up a couple of weeks, and we have 2 new untitled DC films coming out in October of 2018 and November of 2019. The speculation is that one of these is going to be for Ben Affleck's solo Batman movie that he supposedly has already written, and that the second would be for a Suicide Squad sequel, which I'm sure we won't hear about until the first movie is out and it does very well or very poorly, and DC will make their changes in according with that. Also, bumped back a year is their Jungle Book movie, not affiliated with the Disney Jungle Book movie, which comes out very, very soon, but this one is a Jungle Book Origins film made by WB, completely different company, so no tie-in there, and being directed by Andy Serkis, and he likes that it's been pushed back a year because they're very ambitious with what they want to do with this. The reviews for the Disney Jungle Book movie are very, very good now early on, and it's kind of weird that, someone else is making a Jungle Book movie, but hey, we have an update with the American-made Death Note live-action film. Yes, I actually forgot about it too, but I did report that on this show a few months ago, so we now have some wheelin' and dealings about which production company is going to get the distribution rights for the film, and it looks like Netflix is a very, very early favorite, slated between a $40 to $50 million deal. We also have Lionsgate and STX looking for distribution rights, but Netflix seems to be the favorite. When's the last time Netflix was denied something that they wanted? Starring Nat Wolff, and once again, another live-action anime adaptation, this one coming from America instead of Japan. So obviously we're going to have to hold our reservations on getting excited, even if you are a Death Note fan. Japan did have a few Death Note live action films that have mixed reviews, but it could be good. It's most likely not going to be, but hey, I would rather have it on Netflix so I don't have to pay any additional money to go see it, whether it's good or not, which I hope it is, because Death Note's pretty good. Anywho, that is what mattered this week. If you'd like to know what matters in the future, you can hit the subscribe button. One of these videos comes out every single Saturday, and I'll tell you what mattered that week. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave your comments below about anything that I mentioned today, and I'll see you all next time.